We can go back to ZBA.
Okay.
320, we were right on 324 Merriam Street.
Thank you.
Okay.
And my suggestion on that would be to pass the football to the historical commission, because they would.
Okay, but you also have the ability to comment on it, so if you want,
I thought you said they did both of
No,
them.
they did 324 Merriam.
okay. So here's the Merriam one. And
Okay,
here's-
leave it there. Don't try to do that. Thank you.
Well, it was sort of vague.
Oh, I'm sorry. So here's Merriam Street, pre-existing, non-conforming in the front here. They're proposing to put an addition on the back, which would be a two-car garage, a mudroom on the first floor, and then the second floor is a suite, bedroom suite. Sorry, Jim.
So the commission had its initial meeting, and then it's here, and then I think two hearing sessions on this one to fool around with the roof line of the garage. And you can't see it from Merriam Street. They verified that it's not visible from Merriam Street in any case.
I don't think so.
No.
So it sounds like it's still sort of in flux, so we ought to hold off.
No, the commission signed off on it.
Oh, okay.
It released it from demolition delay. So,
Largely because it was not seen from the road.
well, also because they made a number of changes in the design of the addition to be more compatible with the main body of the house.
Do these reflect those changes?
Yeah.
So this is the rear elevation, and this is the side elevation. This and that, but there's no front elevation here. Or maybe it's over here.
This is the rear. That's the side.
And here's the front. Guess they need to look at this roof. The mansard.
And the hip gable was an effort to, it was originally a straight gable. And they put the commission did the hip gable to reduce the apparent mass of the garage.
Yeah.
Again, the commission didn't go into lighting fixtures, so we might want to make a comment on lighting fixtures.
You mean just say that we'd like the total lamps to be like within our guidelines, if it's all possible, what's
In the dark sky compliant.
I think we could just say that with any of these things,
Yeah.
any of the external
That's
changes.
a simple little addition and they don't have to.
Yeah, I mean, it's a sort of boilerplate almost for any of these.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think from my perceptions of these applications, it would be helpful to have photographs of what, you know, the building presently looks like. In the future, I will be getting this stuff well in advance, so if people want to go out and look at them, I'm going to get them scanned to me so that I can scan them to you, and then if people want to go out and look at them, we can obviously have a more significant recommendation.
The only thing is you say this came before historic, right? And so you do have the historic quote, original part of the house. Is it fair to say we want all those lights off of there and make dark sky compliant, or merely just applying for the new addition and back? That seems to me to be a little bit fairer for them.
Well, we could say a recommendation for whatever, it's not just
Right.
not.
But specifically for the rear addition, so that it just gets, I mean, maybe lights really are in keeping with this house that are on there now.
Right.
And
Yeah.
maybe it would be wrong to say yank them all off and just, Just, and since the neighborhood's already dealing with those lights, it's just the new lumens in the back.
Mm.
Does that make sense?
I agree with
guys?
you.
Yeah,
Mm.
I think that's fair.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So not really.
Because historical lights aren't going to be dark sky
Yeah,
compliant.
right, no way. Yeah.
So, I mean, it just begs the question if the new one should even be dark sky compliant if you're trying to
I think so.
keep it in the historical context.
But it's new as opposed to existing, so it's not as onerous to have to change out all those existing lights.
Right.
I mean, in this case, it's in the back, so we don't, do we know where the neighbors are relative to the house?
Right, we don't know any of that.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It would just, this is new additional lumens coming from a dwelling that wasn't there in the past, so I think it's
Well,
nice to
I
request
like
that
what
of zoning
Our
board.
boilerplate basically says that the planning board always recommends that exterior lights be dark sky compliant whenever possible, and certainly any new lights. You know, and then we also have a standard of a maximum of 2,100 lumens. Right?
22,000.
22,000.
Right, 22,000.
Yeah, but
No,
I don't
just-
want to encourage them to.
Well, then let's leave that.
Right,
alone,
right.
but, you
Maybe
know,
right now they're only at
Yeah.
1,000. Yeah. So let's just,
But wording it in that fashion, that this is what we always recommend, and obviously it's not up to us.
So we say, we always recommend that new or replacement fixtures be dark sky compliant, and then that gets us off the hook for telling them they gotta replace the
right,
existing.
the whole thing, right, yeah, I don't want to do that.
No, you missed my point. My point was that we always recommend that all external lights are dark sky compliant.
No, I heard
And
you.
certainly any new ones, you know,
Yeah.
would make sense to, you know, go that route.
That sounds kind of preachy, the ZBA.
I think in this case, we should only say the new ones.
Right, just, yeah,
Because it is a historical.
right, no.
Was the house built before electricity?
Yes.
Well, then that's not historically accurate. Enough of that. Okay.
Maybe we can require gas lights.
Actually, I wouldn't swear to that. It's
Spur one.
right about when they were putting Edison bulbs in, so maybe.
We went down.
All right, so what are we doing? We've got a motion that we recommend that in this particular instance, that the new light fixtures be dark sky compliant.
Right.
Is that our only recommendation?
Are we officially deferring to the historical commission or just making no comment on it, like we did the first house?
I don't think the commission realizes they have the opportunity to make a comment. Maybe what we should do is say that we also suggest that the ZBA seek comment from the historical commission which reviewed the proposed addition under demolition delay, something along those lines.
Mhm. So that's a motion.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Shouldn't be making motions.
Okay.
Someone just said so moved.
Yeah, good.
Okay, so 18 Sanderson. Let's see if I can turn it up on this.
Yep.
Whatever that address is,
Please.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah, wow, yeah. Aye.
Yeah, I think it's cool.